Hey there, friends. Empress Dannie here with another episode of the Daily Grind. You already know I'm pouring you up a hot cup of Joe. I'm going to get your day off to a bright and beautiful start. Thank you guys for joining me. Let's jump into today's messages. Can you hear me now, y'all? It's allergies, and I know what I'm allergic to. So forgive me, Grace, right? Let's jump in. I don't know. I don't normally use this deck first, but we have it here. And the very first card that come out after shuffle is cut ties. Okay. So the top of the day, it's so funny because if you guys recall a few days ago when I was talking about having a little congestion, right? It was like the cut ties card came in and it was like blow it out, right? So again, just keeping that, I guess, as mundane as it needs to be or spiritual as it needs to be. Continue your cord cutting and cutting away, releasing those things that create separation in any way. And with navigation, are we headed in the right direction? Perhaps so. I don't know why I'm getting a sense of like knowing what direction things are going. I also just heard having your head on straight, so perhaps there's something significant. And it looks like I'll agree. Love and happiness. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know me. As long as the sun is shining. She happy, right? Perhaps there is something coming in at the end of the day that's going to bring you joy, bring you some happiness. Let's get an animal card now as we dive a little bit deeper into these messages. No pun intended. These messages. A few more shuffles and then we'll go ahead and get the young pool. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. Make sure that you are all the stuffs, all the stuffs, okay? All of it, right? And Mari, thank you for sharing that. Girl, I don't even eat cereal, so I know that had to be for your confirmation yesterday, because I don't ever eat cereal. So for me to be eating that and it was dry with no milk or nothing, and if I do, I normally don't eat it with milk. So anyway, that was too funny. The synchronicities when the math is mathing, right? How'd you get those numbers? Anyway, bottom of the deck where I'm stopping as a young dolphin. You already know that's our card, right? That's our spirit, right? Dolphin spirit. I pitch giggles, right? Those light emissions and then the cheetah coming to the front of the deck. I don't know why I get the energy of like having the light ready to use it. Okay, use someone opposite you. Hey, whether the bears here, okay. I ain't gonna lie, this feel like I don't know. I'm getting the energy of somebody coming out of retirement. Okay, it could also be like I'm not getting hiding, although there could be a select situation. I'm getting somebody coming out of retirement. Pay attention, stay tuned, because that could be the case. I don't know why it's giving like unfinished business. I have more work to do. It could be in this industry and in this game or whatever it is. Somebody coming out of retirement is what I feel. And mm, it feel like hitting the ground running to some degree. Okay. Mouse. We haven't seen this one in a while with navigation here. Um, in some contexts the mouse can speak to discord, but that's not what I'm getting. If there is discord, navigation is like knowing where the discord is coming from, where the problem is, where it's almost like where somebody's getting picked up. This could be like, information. It's like, oh, I know they got that from them or da 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 da. I don't feel like there's discord though. Sometimes a mouse has to do with like gathering, right? Picking up what's being put down, putting all the pieces together. It gives like, I don't know, forensics. Maybe some of you are you forensic auditors, forensic spies? But I think about, all the movies that I've watched, all that experience that I've gained. But if you think about like, I guess just for a point of relativity that most people can relate to, right? Can connect with is in like your police movies where they have a piece of a letter or a piece of evidence and they're taking it and it's the board that has all of the pictures captured. It is the map with all the location pins, but all of those together are what kind of give like the full picture, or what feel like they could even be like the young breadcrumbs, right, to uh to the clue. Okay, so there's something that perhaps midday, we have two cards of earth, but something that I don't know if you're working through whatever this is. Usually earth, you think about earth, that's not the fastest energy. It's the energy of tilling the ground, putting effort in, right? It's earned by use of energy. So when I see that, this is like, you have to spend the time, you have to maybe spend the money. I don't know why it's giving like some sort of a lookup or something, but uh, um, that's what I feel perhaps the top of the day is. And young otter coming in, right? A little water, right? Make that ground a little bit easier to break up, or to to tend to break down. Otter has a lot to do with balance. Okay, so especially with the dolphin, um, if you have not had any balance in any given situation, this could be like clues from the universe in a sense. Oh no, we got maybe that's an emergency, right? You hear the vehicle, you hear the vehicle. Maybe it's an emergency. Playtime is important. Playtime is an emergency. We're in a hurry, right? Man, I just heard get to the beach. Okay, so maybe you're going to the beach. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but sometimes it is like the same measure of like effort that you put into all the work and effort that you do. There's also like a general energy of what could be like working out of a deficit, getting out of a hole, out of a rut, right? Which can be emotionally. We can't neglect that. Sometimes it's physically, right? Them little aches and pains and things that you get when you get your age, not mine. But when you think about things like that, sometimes like getting out of even like what could be like a top of the day funk, right? um Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Yeah, I hear a woman from the office. But it's like that sometimes, getting out of that in order to heal your energy, it's not as easy to do, even if it is like a temporary thing where it's like, oh, just woke up, right, need coffee. Or if it's a life thing where it's much bigger than that and need major solutions, right? Need direction, right? Need life GPS, right? Or whatever it is. I feel like today perhaps you're gaining, yeah, I see open doors, and I see harvest and trust. So this makes me feel like a path is opening in some way, where there's growth, and you're just having to trust that wherein it's almost like there's a balance there, that you're accepting that. Okay, cut ties, cut ties. This can even be like shaking loose from the lazy, removing the crutches, the excuses, um the negative energy attached to a situation or scenario, um, in order to what could be like piece things together midday, so that there's moving forward. Whenever that water energy comes in, there's movement. Okay, so whatever it is, I feel like you're doing at the top of the day, by the end of the day, um, you're grateful that you did. That's where I feel like the happiness comes in, because I feel like this is demonstrating that you're sensitive to the balance of life in one way or another. Okay, in order to know like what direction to go. Okay. Yeah, I see the wisdom card. Okay. Oh, stillness is at the bottom of the deck. Purity is here. I'm kind of getting like a be honest about this. Can be like you need to come out about something. Be honest about what you need. Sometimes this is like, stop being negative. Okay. And I say that because it's almost like well, I can't do that because of that, and I can't do that because of that. And this could be like, sincerely, like, cut that out. I don't know why I'm kind of getting like, and this could be you towards someone else. I'm kind of getting an energy of like a bad attitude that's kind of like, come out of that funk. Like, stop sitting in whatever that rut is. Cut whatever that attitude is. Um, it could also be like, if I'm hurting, like, and I'm sincerely hurting, be honest about the fact that you're hurting. Okay. Something makes me feel like it's like I'm working through some pains. I don't know why I get the I don't know, I'm picking up a grouch. Maybe I don't know, maybe somebody is a grouch, but you could certainly be, I don't know, you could be coming out like, why are you so grouchy, right? You think about that, right? So just be, I guess, be mindful of the role that you play in whatever this is. Um, Midday, we have Young Magnet. I love that when we talk in navigation and the mouse. So being drawn in a certain direction, okay? You are, or somebody being drawn in your direction. Oh my God, that sun feels amazing on the back of my neck. Okay, the Young Smalls, okay? Young Smalls. I don't know, maybe something significant about Smalls. Maybe that's somebody's nickname. The magnet, drawn in a certain direction, drawn to you. And keep in mind, this don't have to be towards a person. This can be to a certain thing, right? Let me look this up. Let me call them. Let me study this or that, right? You're drawn in a certain direction, okay? You know, if you think about all the things you're working to manifest, it's not unsensible or unconscionable to think that spirit literally has your sight set in a certain direction, like send you the signal, go this way, right? At the perfect time when the right people and circumstances are at play for you to receive something that you've been working to manifest. So I just say that so that when that time comes, you'll see it as love and have the confidence to go that direction, right? For some of you, that could indicate what at the top of the day, this emergence or coming out is concerning, is like, I'm drawn to go here to do whatever this is. Look at this choice coming out as the last card of the day. So happiness, what you get your choice, right? Go with the flow. I see transformation. So this could certainly indicate for a change, right? You get your choice for a change. Okay, you get to choose for a change, and this could certainly indicate that the decision that you make is going to bring about some sort of transformation. It usually does, doesn't it? Underneath the transformation card is the love card. So it could bring a transformation in terms of the love that you're shown, the love that you feel, right? Yeah, I'm just kind of getting like, if somebody has a shitty attitude, because I can't lie, ain't no other word I can use for it. Somebody has a shitty attitude, get that together. Especially, it's like, I don't know why it's like, this is not to say that there isn't a reason, but I see the doctor card, fucking fix it. And like I said, I realize like sometimes that's what you need. Like, why do you have a funky ass attitude? Right? This is kind of the energy of like, there are legitimate reasons to have an attitude. There are also illegitimate reasons to have an attitude. And that's what I feel that bear energy is like, open up, if you will, come out about like what your, whatever, what purity is like. If you have genuine, pure, sincere reasons to have an attitude, then express whatever those reasons are, right? Because those reasons, the intent of doing that or having an attitude would be to heal, not to just give all your energy. You gotta start flush all your energy away to a bad attitude, okay? And then regret that you were so given to the attitude. This is kind of like, say what's on your mind. If it's pure, then you coming out about it will do what? It'll handle it, right? So I kind of feel like that type of area. You may, like I said, you may be kind of taking that tone with somebody that's like, get it together. Or like I said, looking in the mirror. If it's legit, then open up, address it, right? So that things can go the right direction. If it's not legit, then go ahead and do whatever it is that you do to be able to cut cords to clear that energy so that you can get back and flow, and get things going the right direction. All right. One last card. Your friend is waiting. Your friend is waiting. Look at that. Fortune. Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting like time is money. That could be what someone's waiting for. Was the melancholy here? That's what I feel like. This could be like what the source of this is. Picking up on the details, understanding, like, again, this can be like, for example, I talk about myself, right? Having some congestion. Oh, this is allergies. And I know exactly what I'm allergic to. This is kind of like putting the pieces together. With the fortune card, it could certainly be like, again, I'm using myself as an example, but keeping me from my greatest vitality, right? This could be like, why am I not hitting my goals at work? But it could be like, oh, because I'm drinking all night, right? And so here what's taking, all my money, right? That can be what this is, but that's what I feel. It's something of that nature. And it don't have to be directly related to you. This is just like an energy at play where perhaps everyone's soul searching, and perhaps everyone is in a position where they're dealing with some maybe less than favorable um, feelings. But let me just say, like, whatever this is, someone has to do something. Whatever this is that they have to do is important, and so they're going to do it. But then let's mouse in the magnet and navigation. What is the melancholy about? I feel like you're cheering some sort of information. Like I said, you're putting together the pieces of something that's showing you what feels like why someone's sad. I love this. The love card comes out, choice. So you get to choose love. Whatever this is all in flow so that someone will make the choice of love. And if there is sadness because someone's waiting for someone to come back or to return, then that's what it feels like. Someone's going to choose to show love. Whatever this is, this could be like an opportunity waiting for someone to get back with you. That's kind of what I feel like. This is valuable to me. Let me, come forward, or like with purity, like, let me put some work into this because this is important to me. And so you could be doing that so that you can be free from it, right? I need to get this done, or I need to, again, it could be contact them or connect with them. But then if what feels like, um, I don't know why I just heard scraps. But it's with the magnet and navigation, it really just kind of gives like, I don't know why I'm just picking up, and y'all, this ain't got nothing to do with no cards, but I'm just picking up somebody has to, I'm not getting put two and two together. This feel like somebody has to do some work to fix something, and whatever this is, they're not enthused about having to do that, right? It's almost like if something needs fixed, they don't want to go that direction. If something needs, I'm not sure what the situation. They don't want to. Whatever it is, I don't know why. I kind of feel like somebody. Yeah, I hear I got the blues, but that's what it feels like. Somebody has to. It's like, I don't want to do this, or I didn't want to go about whatever. Let me just say, even if this is you, I feel like the reasons why, this is kind of like choose your perspective. Because it feel like the universe is showing you love, and the universe is showing you love because it wants you to choose love. And sometimes that can be like working through some things that you don't want to work through, or doing some things that you don't want to do. It feels like something between midday and end of day is bringing about the transformation that's needed. It's bringing change where change is what feels like essential. And you'll be grateful that you did. Um, Even if you don't necessarily like want to do this, or like I said, if you, because sometimes it's like having a conversation with somebody else about something. I can tell I'm gonna have to go there, or I'm gonna have to take it there, and I was dreading, or I didn't want to have to do. And then you can be in a position where you do what feels like spirit set you up. Everything operates and flows, so um, things just lead that direction. But what feels like you're grateful that you're grateful to that you did. You're happy you chose to show the situation, the circumstance, your self love. Okay. Um, that's what I have for you. Let's go to Patreon and get our extended messages. I love you. I'll talk soon. Bye for now.